Now, WSAV presents First News at 4.
Good evening, I'm Tina Tyus-Shaw.
And I'm Edward Moody. Thank you for joining us. Well, speeding plays a role in thousands of accidents across the nation every year and often claims lives.
It's why 5 states, including both Georgia and South Carolina, are stepping up to make sure people slow down on the roads. WSAV News 3's Andrew Davis is in the Low Country newsroom with the details. Andrew.
Well, the name says it all. Operation Slow Down. It's a 5-state push this week to make sure drivers understand the exponential dangers of putting the pedal to the metal. Now, while the actual number of crashes went down from 2019 to 2020, the number of people killed in those crashes rose 17%, according to the National Highway Traffic Administration. And the number of cars caught traveling over 100 miles per hour has nearly doubled in the last 2 years. Now, troopers in both Georgia and South Carolina will be out in force this week, watching speed, distracted driving, anything that may affect the safety not just of their cars, but of everyone else on the roads.
We're not seeing a case to where there's a lot of people that's going 5, 6, 7 miles over the speed limit. We're seeing egregious speeds of double the speed limit, and that's an issue. Not only are your chances very high of suffering fatal injuries in a collision, but you're also putting a lot of other people in danger as well.
And one more stat for you. 53% of the drivers involved in those speed-related crashes weren't wearing seat belts. Now, last year alone, South Carolina Highway Patrol handed out more than 3,500 tickets and 1,500 warnings during a similar operation, and they expect those numbers to be the same or even greater this year. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Thank you, Andrew. Turning now to a developing story in Savannah. A woman is dead after being hit by a tire that flew off a car over the weekend. It happened Sunday on Staley Avenue near Montgomery Street. Police say one of the front tires on a Toyota Highlander came off and struck 67-year-old Edith Fields while she was walking on the sidewalk. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police say the incident remains under investigation. We'll update you as soon as we learn more.
Now, WSAV News 3 on your side weather with Storm Team 3 Viper Radar. Powered by the Dozier Law Firm.
Well, today our high temperatures have been only topping off in those mid-80s as of right now. But as we continue to go into the next couple of days, the heat is back. We're getting back into the low 90s. And of course, with all this moisture lingering around, our feel-like temperatures, yeah, they're back into the triple digits even as we head into the day tomorrow. But one thing that is good for a select few of us is that we do keep the scattered rain chance around all week long. That means we will see the chance of rain continue, helping cool us down in some select areas from time to time as we head into the rest of this week. But as of right now, we had a few raindrops out there on our Savannah cam earlier, but they have dried up as you're watching some heavy rain showers, some stronger storms pass through the Savannah metro. But they have pushed off to the north, and you can see we're just watching the slow move from the southwest to the northeast, all thanks to that moisture moving around a Bermuda high, bringing in all this tropical moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. That's really something that's not really going to change too much as we head into the next couple of days. We are watching for some heavier rain showers to move out of Beaufort County, still passing through the barrier islands of Beaufort County currently. That's really all we're going to be tracking right along the coastline. However, farther inland, we are watching 2 areas of heavy rain showers just on the outskirts of our far inland communities. They're going to slowly make their way in as we head into the next couple of hours, and things do fizzle out as we head past sunset later on this evening. So here's the setup. This is the same setup we're going to be tracking at least through the day tomorrow. High pressure just off the coast of Florida, bringing in that southwesterly wind, bringing all that moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico ahead of a slow-moving cold front. Now that cold front is going to take its sweet time to get to us. In fact, it's really not going to pass until we head into Friday. That's what's going to bring us a slightly higher chance of rain as we head into Friday and into the start of the weekend before things dry out just a little bit. But for the rest of this evening, watching for the chance of rain to continue as we head closer to sunset, then things do dry out and clear out as we head into early tomorrow morning, and by tomorrow morning temperatures starting off in the 70s. So temping everything out as we head closer to sunset, still watching for those heavy rain showers to move on in, still tracking enough moisture to linger around throughout the overnight hours, so by tomorrow morning we could still see a few coastal rain showers possible. But as we head into tomorrow afternoon, things start off dry, and just like today, watch for those rounds of rain showers and thunderstorms really start to pop up along feeling that sea breeze as we head into tomorrow afternoon, into tomorrow evening. And of course, ahead of all those rain showers, our high temperatures, they're getting back into the low to mid 90s. 93 degrees for a high temperature for our Tuesday, then back into the mid to upper 90s for Thursday, 96 degrees. Then by this weekend, watching for the rain showers to taper off just about 30% as we end out this weekend. Even that continues into next week. But for this evening's time saver traffic report, lots of green on your screen. That's good news for your Monday evening commute. We're watching for a little bit of a delay though on I-16 from Savannah to Pooler. It's taking you right around 14 minutes, but normally takes you right around 10. So that's not too terribly bad as you're heading from Pooler to Savannah on I-16. All right, Edward, over to you.
Thank you, Alyssa. The Bullock County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a man was found dead near a burning vehicle. Deputies found the man's body on Marie Sorrell Road early Sunday morning. They say he had been shot several times. The man's identity has not been released. Anyone with information is asked to call 912-764-1785. Deputies also responded to a vehicle fire near where the shooting happened. We are told the fire is under investigation, but it's not yet known if the two incidents are related.
New information now. A man is hurt after an early morning shooting in Savannah. You are taking a live look right now. Actually, this is video from the scene earlier this morning, okay? Officers were called to East 32nd Street near Dieter Street. After midnight, police found a man with non-life-threatening injuries. Still no word on a suspect at this time. We will, of course, continue to follow this developing story and let you know what happens. Well, U.S. military officials are saying this year could shape up to be one of the most challenging for recruitment in nearly 50 years.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are now pushing to improve the quality of life for those who serve and their families. WSAV's Brian Ray explains in tonight's military report.
A survey from Blue Star Families, a nonprofit by and for military families, shows that more than a quarter of active service members say family mental and physical health is a top concern of theirs among pay and other benefits. Military families can face a lot of stress from separation with their children, relocating, and the cost of housing. Studies show female service members struggle with family building challenges at a higher rate than men. Women make up about 1/5 of each branch, according to the latest data from the federal government. In April, the Army added new policies to help soldier moms better care for their children. Now a bipartisan push in the Senate, led by Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff, aims to expand similar support to all branches.
Military moms sometimes have a really tough go of it. They might find themselves deployed shortly after they deliver a child. We want to make sure that military moms have access to the care, especially the mental health care services that they need.
Senator Ossoff is also proposing a 4.6% salary increase for service members, which would be the largest in 20 years. The senator says both these issues will be taken up in the fall when the Senate meets to discuss military funding, and if passed, those changes would come in the next fiscal year. Brian Ray, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Georgia will receive nearly $200 million in education grants under the American Rescue Plan. The Higher Education Emergency Relief Funds will go mainly to historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. Funding will also go to minority-serving institutions, rural colleges, and areas with low-income students. The money will also help with child care support and food insecurity.
For that mother who's trying to go back to school, who needs help with childcare so that she can continue with classes, that the funding is going to be there to provide that support. I recently ran into a mother in one of my visits that said that if it weren't for the childcare services that the university provided, she wouldn't be able to go back to school.
Georgia is home to 10 HBCUs. 6 of those are near Atlanta. Still to come, responding to the growing need for help during a mental health crisis.
How Georgia is changing its approach with the launch of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You're watching WSAV First News at 4. We'll be right back. We are taking a closer look at the launch of the new 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, specifically in Georgia.
Georgia already has an infrastructure set up to respond to crisis calls, but the state has laid out plans to keep up with a growing demand.
And while a transformation of this magnitude can be intimidating, it's also a really important opportunity to change lives.
Georgia's Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities says the number of people in crisis is growing. In 2021, they received 275,000 calls, texts, and chats. They expect that number to double by 2023 with 988 in place.
We're going to be laser focused on making sure that we have the capacity, that there is someone on that phone, on the other line of that phone, to be able to have someone to talk to, mission be achieved.
By 2023, the department's goal is to have enough staffing to answer 90% of all 988 calls. By 2025, they plan to have enough mobile crisis response teams to serve at least 80% of callers within an hour. And by 2027, they hope to provide access to community-based crisis care to 80% of callers as well.
So these are goals that we are going to align with and work very hard to achieve.
To attract more licensed professionals to answer calls and respond to crises, DBHDD is working to forgive student loans for those who pursue and stay in the mental health field.
We're confident we have a good blueprint to build our system out to serve our residents as demand for services rises.
And we're still waiting on official numbers from DBHDD on call volume for 988 over its inaugural weekend. If you are in crisis, you can dial 988, of course, or we have resources for you on our website, wsav.com/crisis hotline.
We are on your side with a health alert now. The Centers for Disease Control is warning doctors to be on the lookout for a dangerous virus in babies. The agency issued an alert for parechovirus. Has happened in many states now. We're told several cases. The virus, which spreads through sneezing and coughing, can actually cause seizures, meningitis, and other severe illnesses in infants under 3 months old. So early symptoms include a rash and upper respiratory tract infection, also fever.
A reminder now, the Coastal Health District is now offering COVID-19 vaccine for children as young as 6 months old. The shots are available at health departments in Bryan, Camden, Chatham, and Glenn counties at no cost. And Liberty County parents, you can also get the COVID-19 vaccine for infants and smaller children starting tomorrow. The health department will offer Moderna vaccine. Appointments are encouraged, but walk-ins are welcome. We are on your side with a full list of vaccine and testing locations at wsav.com/coronavirus.
And as cases climb once again in what's being called a sixth COVID surge, new federal funding is not on the way. Now, this after President Joe Biden proposed $30 billion in new spending for the next round of vaccines, tests, and therapeutics months ago. Well, some lawmakers saying they made a mistake cutting the proposed spending bill. Several efforts to pass the aid is really at a standalone, and it's failed.
I believed we needed to do more on COVID vaccine deployment in the country and elsewhere a couple months back, and we thought we might be close to a package, and we didn't get there.
Now there is concern the U.S. may have enough boosters and vaccines for those who want them this fall. Republicans say they are open to retooling existing money for COVID needs.
Still ahead, we need your help to stuff the bus.
Yeah, we sure do. Our Ben Katko is waiting for your donations right now. We will check in with him just ahead in a live report. You are watching WSAV First News at 4.
It's almost time to head back to school. I can't even believe that it's already here. And WSAV wants every student and teacher to have the supplies they need for a successful school year.
That is why we are teaming up with Ready, Set, Go Back to School for a donation drive. Every day this week, we will be at a different Walmart around town to stuff the bus.
Our Ben Katko is live at Walmart on Highway 17. So Ben, how's it looking out there?
Hey, we're doing all right out here. Good evening to you, Edward, Tina. Thank you guys for mentioning that we're going back to school really soon here if you have kids. It came up just that fast. My son goes back in 2 weeks. So we're in crunch time right now. So we really need your help stuffing this school bus behind me full of school supplies. We're doing okay out here, and we're still out here tonight until 6:30. Plenty of people coming through here, leaving bag upon bag upon bag of whatever you think a kid might need to do well in school. We're talking notebooks, pens, pencils, markers, crayons, any donations, because here's the thing, we have to fill up 5,000 bags to give away to kids with Ready, Set, Go Back to School this year. So it's a large need, and we really need your help to achieve that goal. So here's how you can do it today. Come on out to Walmart here on Highway 17. We're taking all of those donations until 6:30 tonight. Now, if you don't make it today, that's okay. You have 4 more opportunities throughout the rest of the week. You guys were talking about being at a different Walmart every day this week, and that's exactly how we're going to get this done. Every day this week from 11 to 6:30, we'll be at a Walmart around town. So you can find all of those locations, times, places, and the donations we need right now at WSAV.com/RSG back to school. We're going to stay out here this evening. Again, we're here till 6:30. Drop on by, say hello, bring a donation. If you don't have one, you can go right inside. Walmart's got everything you need. Bring some stuff out, help us fill up this bus. We truly need your help, and a big thank you in advance to those who do plan to help. We really, really appreciate your efforts. So we'll see you out here tonight at Walmart on Highway 17. Live right now, Ben Katko, WSAV News 3, on your side.
All right, Ben, thank you. And the weather's looking great where Ben is right now. This is a live look for you from our Savannah camp. So that is Tybee Island. We do have some gray skies in parts of our region. Let's check in now with Alyssa Carsley. She is in tonight for Chris.
All right, thanks, Tina. Yeah, we're watching for a few rain showers just off the coastline, which is why we're seeing those stormy conditions just along Tybee Island. But I want to talk about these temperatures. As soon as you're stepping out the door, we're currently sitting in the 80s, 70s, and 90s. Just depends on where you are and if you've seen the rain. But look at our feel-like temperatures, especially for places that haven't been so lucky to see those rain showers. It feels like 100 degrees right now in Metter, 95 degrees in Statesboro, and 90 degrees here in Savannah. And as we continue to go into the next couple of days, as our high temperatures get back into the mid-90s, we all know our feel-like temperatures are going to soar back into the triple digits around 100 degrees for tomorrow and by 102, 105 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. But here's a quick look at the radar, watching for those rain showers to make their way off the coastline. Still watching for some pockets of heavy rain showers just like north of Claxton and also towards Brooklet, where you could see a few sprinkles out there. But of course, we're going to continue to watch that chance of rain dwindle off as we head past sunset later on tonight. And of course, watching for those clouds to stick around as we head throughout the overnight hours. And by tomorrow morning, temperatures start off in the mid-70s. All right, Tina, over to you.
Alyssa, thank you. Rising costs across the nation have taken a toll on the way local nonprofit groups serve the community. WSAV News 3's Kyra Jones is in the Low Country tonight with how one agency is making sure the needs of the people are met in spite of a difficult chapter.
Inflation has not only impacted the ones in need, but the ones who donate on a daily basis. Many people across Beaufort and Jasper County are not making a livable wage to afford the basic necessities like food and clothing. But the biggest impact of all has been with housing. The rise of rental assistance has been growing exponentially. Many landlords are raising the cost of rent, forcing some families to move out or move in with others. Despite the increase of housing, CEO Courtney Hampson says many donors have continued to be a bright light despite a long, dark road.
We have folks who make a financial contribution regularly, folks who are dropping off food when they do their weekly grocery run. But at the same time, the need is increasing. You know, in the market, we're giving out 35,000 pounds of food a month, and we expect that to continue to grow. And the size of households are growing because families are having to move in with each other to be able to afford their rent.
For more information on how you can get involved, visit WSAV.com/Bluffton Self-Help to donate. Reporting in Bluffton, Kyra Jones, WSAV News 3, on your side.
We have more news ahead, including a scathing new report citing systemic failure in the Uvalde school massacre.
what went wrong and how the community is responding. Plus, a new look at the officer response through body cam footage. Stay with us. WSAV First News at 4 continues after the break.
Before we get to stories making national headlines, here's a look at the top 3 on 3 local stories coming up on News 3 at 5 and 6.
Cracking down on high speeds on the highways. Why South Carolina and Georgia are 2 states that are very concerned about the numbers on your odometer and what they're doing to make sure that you slow down or pay the price. I'm Andrew Davis. I'll tell you more about that coming up.
Improving quality of life for those sacrificing their own. A study from a nonprofit supporting military families shows mental and physical health as well as pay are top concerns for service members. Tonight on WSAV News 3 on your side, the push from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to better support men and women in uniform.
Plus, inflation leaving many people pinching pennies for everyday needs. We are taking a closer look at a local nonprofit's efforts to assist those who need basic life necessities. We are getting another look at what's being called a systemic breakdown. A new report on the Uvalde massacre, the most comprehensive yet, highlights how many ways the safeguards meant to protect students failed. That includes law enforcement. As Sam Brock reports, the city is now taking new action as body camera video from that horrific day is now released. We want to warn you, the video is disturbing.
For the first time, the public is getting a chilling picture of early moments inside Robb Elementary from police body camera footage.
Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding?
Early chaos and glimpses of calls to action.
We gotta get in there. We gotta get in there and just keep shooting.
That plea coming minutes after the massacre began. But that first interaction, the only time the officers are seen in the video physically confronting the gunman for well over an hour. At one point, Uvalde School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo seen trying to reason with the shooter.
Let me know if there's any kids in there or anything. This could be peaceful.
Arredondo, who's on administrative leave, maintains he was not the incident commander that day. This new footage released as the most comprehensive report to date conducted by the Texas House finds law enforcement, which ultimately reached 376 officers, didn't honor their most basic responsibility. The author's writing, they failed to prioritize saving the lives of innocent victims over their own safety.
Several officers in the hallway or in that building knew or should have known there was dying in that classroom, and they should have done more, acted with urgency.
Family members said they were hoping for more than a verbal dressing down.
But they're saying we already knew it. They were cowards.
Ultimately, some action was taken right away. The city's mayor announcing right before this meeting the acting chief of Uvalde's police department, Mariano Pargas, now on administrative leave. The report citing no evidence that any officer who did learn about 911 phone calls coming from inside rooms 111 and 112, including Pargas, acted on it to advocate shifting to an active shooter style response. There are also windows into heroism.
Let's get these kids out of here. Let's get these kids out of here.
Students apparently being pulled out of the building. And this heartbreaking hallway exchange with Officer Ruben Ruiz right after the initial gunfire.
My wife's classroom.
Learning his wife, Eva Morales, a teacher, was shot and dying before his weapon was taken and he was removed for trying to engage the shooter, according to Texas DPS. The only teacher who did survive in those two rooms, Arnulfo Reyes, shot twice, believes Morales could have been saved.
If the law enforcement officers on scene would have allowed him to continue pursuing the gunman.
Yeah, she would have probably lived. And I think she's one of the ones that they had said that also bled to death.
All 11 of the students in his class didn't survive.
That was Sam Brock reporting. We also learned new information on the gunman's background. There are reports that he faced bullying and social isolation in his childhood. According to this report, he moved over to social media and gaming to cope, but it took a darker turn. He was known within the gaming community as the school shooter up to a year before the massacre. Well, now to another community in shock after 3 people were killed and 2 others injured during a shooting in a mall just outside of Indianapolis. It happened at 6 yesterday evening at the Greenwood Park Mall. Police say the suspect went inside with a rifle and several magazines of ammunition and started shooting in the food court. Police say someone in the mall armed with a handgun shot and killed the man. Witnesses say it all started after a fight.
So I was with my dad. Me and my dad weren't with them. We went to go get me a hoodie made, and then as we were making it, I heard this gunshots, and it was a lot of them. And then I just looked back, and I just seen people running. And my dad grabbed me by my arm, and we ran into the nearest store we can.
It worries you about going anywhere now. I mean, there's violence everywhere you turn and look around. It feels like you're not safe anywhere.
The 2 people injured are in stable condition. We will continue to monitor this situation and update you as soon as we learn more. In a News 3 follow-up, residents are being allowed to return to a nearby town in Wawona now that the wildfire in Yosemite National Park is more than 50% contained. The Washburn fire has been burning since July 7th. It threatened giant sequoias hundreds of years old. Its uncontained parts are now burning into the Sierra National Forest. Residents are being escorted into Wawona only at specific times, and the area remains under a fire advisory. Here's a live look outside on our Dozier cam, checking out the riverfront in Savannah. We can't seem to shake those gray clouds and the rain they produce, Alyssa.
No, no, no. It's something that's not going to change all week long. But of course, we are going to be watching for those temperatures to start warming back up once again. So anyone that does see the rain in the next couple of days, you're going to be lucky enough to cool off just for a short bit. And we've already seen that throughout times of the day today. Looking at these rain showers now, the bulk of the rain moving offshore. Still watching for some heavier downpours just outside of Hilton Head along the coastline. We're also watching for a pocket of heavy rain heading towards Claxton this evening. Of course, this is the same situation, same pattern we're tracking as we head into our Tuesday tomorrow. But of course, the biggest difference is that it's going to get hotter. Our high temperatures today topped off in the 80s. Tomorrow back into the low to mid 90s, getting back to the low 90s as we head into right around 1 o'clock, and then back into those low to mid 90s by 4 o'clock. That's when the chance of rain really begins to increase. Of course, watching those sea breeze storms make their way in, and of course making sure we're watching for scattered rain showers, thunderstorms at times throughout the day tomorrow, and that will continue as we head into the next couple of days. But as for this evening's time saver traffic report, watching for a little bit of a slowdown on I-16. Actually, better news, it's cleared up. So heading from Pooler to Savannah, your drive speeds right now 65 miles per hour, so normal, and your drive times also looking good to go. Of course, coming up in the complete Storm Team 3 forecast, we're talking about the heat index tomorrow, getting back into the triple digits. This is just the start as we continue to get hotter every single day as we get closer to the weekend. Edward.
All right, thank you, Alyssa. If high gas prices are making you think about buying a new, more fuel-efficient car, think again. The average price of a new vehicle now at an all-time high, according to J.D. Power. This is rising interest rates are driving up the cost of monthly payments. Vicki Gwen spoke to experts on how to navigate these bumpy roads.
For would-be car buyers, there's not much to choose from. At dealerships and even online, inventory is down and prices are way up.
Buying a car right now is miserable. If it's running, keep it running. If it needs some repairs, it's cheaper to repair it.
The reasons? A now familiar combination of computer chip shortages and production slowdowns from the pandemic, along with geopolitical factors, including the invasion of Ukraine. With vehicles in short supply, dealers are able to charge big markups.
I'm trying to buy a Lexus luxury SUV in the Connecticut area, and the dealers are saying, well, number one, you're probably not going to see one until 2023. Number two, they're asking anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 over MSRP.
Buyer's remorse now becoming a common theme on TikTok. If you absolutely need a car now, experts say be flexible. If your first choice vehicle isn't available, try a competitor's version of the same model. Be ready to travel. Look for dealers outside your immediate area. Act fast. If you see something you like, put down a deposit, then take it for a test drive. Just be sure that deposit is refundable if the car doesn't feel right. Not only are car prices going up, higher interest rates are making loans more expensive. To make sure you're getting the best rate, plan ahead and check your credit score. Shop around. Some credit unions offer better rates than dealers. If you're having trouble making payments, reach out to your lender immediately. Another option to lower monthly payments is to extend the duration of the loan, but financial advisors say that's not ideal.
Cars typically depreciate in value, not increase in value. And so at some point you might have an older car that you might not be happy with, and you're still paying that additional payment and interest.
Most of all, experts say cars should be thought of as an expense, not an investment or a status symbol.
We all love our nice cars, but at the end of the day, just think about what else could you do with that money.
One potential silver lining, your used car has never been more valuable.
Now is a great time to sell your car. You're going to get more for the old one that you have, but you're going to pay a lot more for the one that you're going to buy.
Despite raging inflation, prices fell in one consumer category over the early summer. Airfares declining from May to June. Round-trip flights averaged $375, down from a May peak of $413, according to Fare Tracker. Airlines like American and United are optimistic about future revenue, with Delta posting a second quarter profit. And if you are flying anywhere this summer, you better bring a carry-on. That's because the rates of lost luggage are skyrocketing. You are looking at airport photos from Dublin to New York. One Twitter user called it a graveyard of lost bags. Another posted a picture of shredded suitcases. It's a problem experts say is becoming more common. The most recent air travel consumer report in April shows nearly 22,000 bags were lost or damaged in the U.S. That's a 135% jump since last year.
The reason why we're seeing so many lost bags is the same reason why we're seeing so many delayed flights, is the same reason we're seeing so many long lines at the airport, a labor shortage across the economy and across airlines.
Travel experts say avoiding checking a bag is the best thing you can do, but that's not realistic for all travelers in all situations. To prepare for lost luggage, here's some advice. You can get a cheap GPS tracking device to slip in your luggage to help locate it. You should also take pictures of your valuables in case they are lost. You can also make claims later to get them replaced if you have those pictures. And finally, if you're traveling on vacation with a family, spread everyone's stuff across multiple suitcases. That way, if one suitcase gets lost, no one is stuck without all their clothes. Those are some good tips right there. I like the GPS tracking. All right, still ahead, students gearing up for the upcoming school year. What you can do to help give them the supplies they need to succeed in a live report. Stick with us. You're watching WSAV First News at 4. Welcome back. Today is our big Stuff the Bus kickoff for this year's Ready, Set, Go Back to School Supply Donation Drive. We are checking in with our Ben Katko, who's been at Walmart on Highway 17 all day. Ben, you've been dodging that rain today. It's dry now.
It is, and it's a good time. It is dry right now, Edward. Good evening to you. And it's a good time then to come out and help us put some school supplies inside that school bus right there. We're trying to stuff the bus here tonight and every day this week at a different Walmart throughout the Savannah area, all to help kids go back to school with everything they need. We're partnering up with Ready, Set, Go Back to School to help kids get those pencils, notebooks, glue sticks, scissors, crayons, anything you can imagine. We need your help getting this school year because we have to fill up 5,000 bags to give away here in a couple of weeks, and school starts for a lot of kids here in about 2 weeks. So it's crunch time right now for parents, for those kids, for the teachers, and we are really looking for a lot of help this year. So if you're interested in coming out and helping us today, if you can make that work today, we're here at Walmart on Highway 17 until 6:30 tonight. We'll be happy to take your donations and put them on the bus. We're doing pretty well so far. A whole bunch of seats in there are filled up right now, but we got to get that thing stuffed every day this week. Again, we need your help doing it. If you need a shopping list, if you're looking for another way to donate this year, go to wsav.com/RSG back to school. That's where you'll find everything you need to know. Otherwise, come on out and see us. We're here till 6:30 tonight at Walmart on Highway 17. We'd be happy to have you. Bring some school supplies, say hello, and help out some of our kids around town this year. We appreciate it, and a big thank you before you do come out here. Again, till 6:30 tonight, we're live out here right now. I'm Ben Katko, WSAV News 3 on your side.
All right, thank you, Ben. Y'all go on out there and see Ben at the Walmart on Ogeechee Road. And we will continue to check in with Ben throughout the evening on our newscasts on the donation efforts.
Now, WSAV News 3 on your side weather with Storm Team 3 Viper Radar, powered by the Dozier Law Firm.
All right, well, every single day we have been tracking rain showers and thunderstorms. We're back in that typical summertime pattern, but there is some good news that comes along with these rain showers. We've been slowly catching up to our average rainfall amount. We're now just over 18 inches. We should be seeing closer to 26, so we're still seeing us stay below normal, but it's better than being 12 inches below normal like we were last year. Only sitting at 8 inches currently. We've already picked up a good amount of rain from just this one thunderstorm that passed through the islands from Wilmington Island, picking up just over an inch of rain, heading up towards Hilton Head, closer to 2 inches, and then Port Royal, close to 1.5 inches of rain. So we're still picking up these rain showers, even though things are drying out currently here in Savannah and even on Tybee. So things currently are staying quiet throughout much of the area. Still seeing a few sprinkles out there here and there, but definitely not seeing scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. They will definitely be seen once again throughout the day tomorrow. So still tracking those breezy conditions and clouds in the skies. We're watching for rain showers to still fill in the radar. We're watching for a few rain showers out there right now, mainly for our far inland areas like Claxton, just to the north of you, seeing a pocket of heavy rain in Brooklet, just to the east of you, seeing those rain showers continue to extend over into the low country. So we're going to continue to watch these rain showers be possible, not just for today, but also throughout the day tomorrow, Wednesday, as we're stuck in the same pattern. We have high pressure just off our coastline, a slow moving cold front off to the west, sandwiched in between them. That's going to continue with this southwesterly wind, bringing in this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, which is why every single day we're tracking those scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. So for tonight, still tracking a few evening rain showers out there. Our lows by tomorrow morning back into the mid 70s, staying warm and humid throughout the overnight hours. So timing everything out, we continue with the scattered rain showers possible a little bit closer to sunset. Then things continue to fizzle out as we head into early tomorrow morning. Because there's just so much moisture still lingering around throughout the overnight hours, still tracking a few rain showers out there, possibly right along the coastline as we head into tomorrow and as we head into the day tomorrow. Very similar to today, where things are staying dry as we head closer to lunchtime. After lunchtime, the sea breeze storms begin to fire up. Watch for scattered rain showers and thunderstorms move in once again, and of course, watching for some heavy rain at times. So for tomorrow, the chance of rain quickly picks up as we head past lunchtime, with temperatures also back into the mid-90s, and of course, watching for those feel-like temperatures to continue to climb back into the triple digits throughout the day tomorrow, getting close to 105 degrees in spots that don't see the rain. Of course, if you are lucky enough to see the rain, it'll cool you down just a little bit. We turn even hotter as we head into our Thursday with high temperatures back to the mid to upper 90s. We stay in the 90s all week long, even into our weekend. But now for this evening's time saver traffic report, watching for a little bit of a slowdown from Pooler to Savannah this time. Things have cleared out from Savannah to Pooler. On I-16 from Savannah to Pooler, taking right around 19 minutes when it normally takes you right around 10. So of course, watching for a little bit of congestion on I-16 currently. We're seeing a little bit of a slowdown out there. So of course, just be careful as you're heading out and about for your Monday evening commute. Edward.
Thank you, Alyssa. If you plan to hit Tybee Island this week, you need to know it's officially sea turtle hatching season. Those with the Tybee Sea Turtle Project say soon hundreds of baby sea turtles will emerge from the sand and make their way to the water. Officials want to remind you to collect all your belongings from the beach, refill any holes you dig, and avoid using flashlights on the beach, as these things hinder the hatching process and make it more difficult for sea turtles to find their way to the water. Still to come, the journey for twins to get life-changing transplants after years of waiting, their mother's hope for the future.
And I'm Ben Singer in the WSAV Newsroom. Here's what's ahead at 5 o'clock. New details about all of the earthquakes in the Midlands of South Carolina. There have been dozens and dozens. What's being investigated as a potential factor? Plus, nonprofits struggling with inflation right now. We'll show you how a key local agency is coping. Those stories and more. Join us at 5.
Ohio twins born with a rare condition spent most of their life in and out of hospitals. Now the wait for a kidney transplant is over after years on the organ transplant list. Maya Belay has followed their story and shares their journey to better health.
Movies.
Dude,
I
no,
really
I
want to see
can't.
the new Thor movie.
You would think twin brothers could agree on something.
No,
I
don't
care.
We are not going to the movie.
This summer, 18 years old Jacob and Cameron Meadows of Huron are back to being relatively carefree.
I've been getting a lot better. Slowly, but getting there.
Moments like this is what their mother Beth says she prayed for.
I was just hoping to get attention.
It started with a billboard more than 4 years ago, pleading for kidney donors for her boys.
Absolutely. Jacob had a 3% chance of finding a good match because his body has built up so many antibodies.
The twins were born with kidneys that didn't develop. They went on dialysis shortly after being born. Then as young children, they both received kidney transplants, only for those transplants to fail as they grew older.
I like that one. That one was my favorite.
Cameron got a second transplant in 2019, but Jacob was left waiting.
We've been waiting 4 years for this. 4 years is a long time.
Until last month.
Mom started crying on the phone, and then I realized, I was getting a transplant. So, I was very happy.
Now back home and thriving, no longer on 12 hours of dialysis every day, Jacob feels
much better. I'm not tired all the time. I have more energy. Just feels great.
And Beth has a new prayer for both her sons.
Just continued health and, the chance for them to finish high school and move on into an adulthood with kidneys that are working for them.
The boys on the billboard, now men in good health.
That was Maya Belay reporting. The Meadows family encourages others to become kidney donors. Also in What's Good, an Indian set a Guinness World Record when it set 24,679 diamonds in a single ring. The design was based on the pink mushroom, or pink oyster mushroom, that is. The mushroom represents immortality and long life. The diamonds are certified conflict-free. The ring weighs 12 ounces and is valued at $95,243. You might be able to pick it up if you win that Mega Millions jackpot tomorrow night. All right, thank you for joining us for First News at 4, everyone. Stay with us.